Okay, this is a longer video. This is one of the videos that has been requested that I make. I'm not gonna. I will go into brands. Okay, I'll talk about particular restaurants and how to do modifications, or what I did for modifications. I got this cup for Christmas, and it has this lid on here. It's not a modification, but I'll put the coffee in this cup, and I had another hot cup that I could put in my car and drive. And I would open the little thing on the top and sip, and it would be kind of lukewarm after a while. This thing is hot, like right out of the coffee maker hot. So I have to be careful not to burn myself, because I'll forget that which one it is. I'll pop the thing and go, man, oh, it's hot. And then you burn the top of your mouth, and then your tongue always finds that spot. And you got the little, feels like hair hanging off of your roof of your mouth, a little of dead skin. But this, whoever makes this one, I'll cover that. Yeah, I'll ask them if they want me to be their influencer. I'll be the Kim Kardashian of the coffee cup. If that's a KKK, Kim Kardashian, and then if you put coffee with a K, no KKK, but KKC, KKCC, right? Kim Kardashian coffee cup. It's Labor Day. Some people are probably in labor, some people are doing labor, and some people are taking a break from labor. But this is modifications. Now, this is something that a lot of people have asked me about a lot. How do you modify? What do you modify? How do you eat? Do you go out to eat? A lot of people say, I'm not going to go out to eat because I can't, because of my diet. I said, well, why can't you? They said, well, my diet, I'm trying to try and do this. What did you do? I said, well, first of all, I was never really on a diet. This is not a diet channel. This is not a weight loss channel. This is a healthy living channel. So when I first got out of the hospital, I was on 900 calories a day. I needed to drop weight right away. I needed to drop weight. I needed to eat on a very set schedule so the antibiotics could work. They didn't want my blood system, my vascular system, whatever, to be working to digest food throughout the day. They wanted to be able to bring the IVs that I was self-administering down through my arm to my heart and to my toe, where the problem was, to stop that infection from spreading. I would have lost a toe, a foot, or perhaps my leg. And it wouldn't have been a circulation problem. Most diabetics will lose a limb due to circulation, they say, and the fact that they have bad blood problems. So first of all, modifications. This is what I do. This is what I did. I continuously do this. Now, there are some places that's very difficult for me to go to. Places that have a good value meal. Let's say Olive Garden. What's one of the biggest values to the Olive Garden? Is it real Italian food? There's those videos that you can watch on YouTube about real Italian mothers and grandmothers going to try Olive Garden. They're like, what is this? Mamma mia, that is not a pizza, or whatever. They do not like. But one thing they do give you there is all you can eat salad and all you can eat breadsticks. Now, I can go to Olive Garden, but the majority of the food at Olive Garden is also a problem for me, because of the fact that even if they still have that whole grain, they still have whole grain linguine or spaghetti. I don't know if they still have it or not. I think they might have gotten rid of that. It was like a multi-grain kind of a thing, a multi-fiber, high fiber thing. So the higher the fiber, the better it is going against the carbs that you take in. But at Olive Garden, if I'm getting like all I can eat pasta, first you get the bigger bowl, then they bring these little teeny bowls. All of that's got a lot of carbs. Then you get salad. So I had to modify the salad, first of all. I'll modify the salad, I'll tell you what I do. And then I have to modify the meal. That's a meal modification. That's hard, because I know I'm going to get a lot of carbs. So what I'll do is, when they say, would you like breadsticks, and would you want salad or do you want soup? I always get salad. And then what I have to do is I take the croutons off the salad. Modification number one, no croutons, because croutons are bread, and bread is carbs. The dressing, I think, is pretty good there. It tastes kind of like an Italian, not very spicy, not a very flavorful Italian dressing, but it's an Italian dressing. The salad itself, I can eat quite a bit of it because it's onions, and I think it's like iceberg lettuce. It's not the best salad in the world when it comes to nutrition, but it's not bad. So I get a lot of salad. Breadsticks. Modification number two, breadsticks. All you can eat breadsticks. Now here goes the value situation. The value situation at Olive Garden, if there's going to be a value, is that you can have all you can eat salad and all you can eat breadsticks with your meal. So with my meal, wow, I could probably just have salad and breadsticks alone, and that would probably be fine. I would have enough to fill me up. But of course, we don't go out to a comfort food Italian restaurant to just fill our tum-tums. It's not like I'm going to go and have, a bowl of cereal at home. It's different. It's a social event. A lot of times you're going out with a group of friends or one person or whatever you're doing. Maybe you're going by yourself. But breadsticks, all you can eat breadsticks. So what would I do? Wow, all I can eat breadsticks. At first, no breadsticks. I would have no breadsticks. Everybody else, would you guys like more breadsticks? And there'd be one plate that's just sadly empty. That was mine. And it's not sadly empty because I ate the breadsticks. It's because I had no breadsticks. Okay, so I would have one breadstick. Now what I do is I have one breadstick when the salad first comes, and then I might have another breadstick with my meal. No croutons, but usually just one breadstick. So I don't get the value I would if I ate unlimited breadsticks. If I ate 15 breadsticks, I mean, I know people there that eat 10, 15 breadsticks. No exaggeration. Okay, so that's modification number 2. Okay, I limit the number of breadsticks. I don't eat the croutons. 2. That's at Olive Garden. Other all-you-can-eat places that give you a bread basket. Would you like a bread basket? Would you like a bread basket? Well, of course, we want a bread basket. For the taste, for the fact we love bread. I love bread, love bread. So it's hard for me to go to those kind of places, but I will go there and I will modify. I'll have like one slice of bread. Some places have a bread basket with a piece of dark brown bread and like a white sourdough bread. But one little piece, I think that's Mimi's. Millie's. Mimi's. I don't know, one of those two. They have that. So I'll have that. Now for drinks, okay, no, I don't have to drink wine. I don't drink beer. High carbs. I'm not an alcoholic. I know that some of my medication I take this, it's better not to drink a lot of alcohol. But will I have a little sip of wine? Would you like a sample of wine? Sure, I can have a little sample of wine. Do I drink? So okay, great. Bring me a bottle of that. No, I cannot. Could I physically do it? Sure. Should I do it? No. Okay, so that's the modification there. So for drinks, it's going to be iced tea and it's going to be water. I covered that earlier. What do I drink? No sugar in the iced tea, no sweetener in the iced tea, no Splenda or Sweet and Low, or remember Sugar Twin, Equal, all those ones. No honey, nothing, just tea, which is tea leaves, I guess. They call it tea leaves, some people call it tea grass. I guess it has some kind of a grass they put in there. So I'll have that. That's a modification. Now those are the kind of restaurants where you go for that kind of a thing. Sizzler, restaurants like that, steakhouse, they give you all you can eat, bread. One bread that I love, probably the best bread. I think this might be the best bread I've ever had when it comes to a side dish bread would be Northwoods. Anyone gone to Northwoods? Northwoods, anyone? Tap, tap, tap. I'm sure you have. If you live in this area, Pasadena, Monrovia, Covina, anywhere in Southern California. I don't know where they are. I know a lot in Southern California. And they have this really good cheese bread. I think it's award-winning cheese bread. It's delicious, and they bring you all you want. They used to have a deal where you can get bread, just the bread, and the salad. I don't know if they have it. They have a really, really good salad. It's made with cabbage. I don't even know I like cabbage, but it's a white cabbage, and it's a yellow cabbage. I mean, white cabbage and a red cabbage, and they have one dressing, kind of a vinegar type dressing. Another one's kind of like a blue cheese, and I don't even know I like blue cheese. It's delicious. Delicious salad. So there, same kind of thing. What am I going to eat? How am I going to modify it? So those are the kind of modifications that are tough. Those are going to be tough. Some people say, well, just don't go into a place that has bread. Well, the market has bread. Everywhere has just bread. Bread. So those are modifications you have to do on your own, or I had to do on my own. Other modification restaurants like that, if they have, they say it comes with a side dish, and the side could be a baked potato, French fries, sometimes coleslaw, a side salad, and those kind of things. Excuse me. And for me, or fruit. Sometimes I'll have the side of fruit. Okay, so those I'm going to do is I'm going to go for the side salad. I'm going to have either full fat ranch dressing. I'm not going to have the low fat ranch dressing. It's not good for me. So I'll have the full fat ranch dressing, or I will have like an Italian. That's something with balsamic vinegar, something with a good fat of olive oil, which is a fat. I could add butter. Say, can you give me a little side of butter? And I could put that on things like steak, rub it on the steak. You can take a little pat of butter, put it on a burger patty, whatever, and it just gives you a good healthy fat. They want you to have like a tablespoon or so of healthy fat at each meal, which could be peanut butter, butter. It could be that kind of thing. Both my lights went off at the same time. It's really weird. This is about to die. But anyway, the lighting is going to be a problem. So, yeah, you can add that. So I'd get the salad. Now, a lot of people say, why don't you get the fruit? Well, the fruit for me, it's going to be watermelon. They say you can eat some watermelon, strawberries, very, very limited amount of other fruit, but really no fruit. Those are the two fruits that they say are pretty much okay. Watermelon's highly water, and strawberries are okay. Like 1 or 2 strawberries a day. I'm not talking like a whole big bowl of strawberries, no strawberry shortcake, just like 2 strawberries a day, probably okay. maybe a quarter cup of watermelon, maybe once or twice a day, probably okay. But those are the kind of restaurants you probably don't go to every day. The kind of restaurants we go to almost every day, or people do go to every day, fast food restaurants. So those are the ones who say, "Oh, I can't have fast food. It's terrible. It's terrible. Terrible." Well, it's not the best to eat. A lot of the processed meats are not very good to eat either. Like make yourself a sandwich. When I do eat at home, I try to eat either roast beef or ham, but I don't eat the processed ones. I don't a lot of like hot dogs and that kind of stuff. Try to stay away from that. I remember the Surgeon General said to eat 3 hot dogs a year or less, and I know people that eat 3 hot dogs or more in a meal. I used to manage Wiener Schnitzel, so I would see that often. They have the family pack of the 6 hot dogs and the 3 French fries. They'd eat it all together. They pour the 3 small French fries together and eat the 6 hot dogs. That's a lot of bread, a lot of potato, and all that kind of stuff. A lot of processed hot dog there. So if I was to go, let's say we went to a Wiener Schnitzel. What would I do at Wiener Schnitzel? Wiener Schnitzel would be tough because I don't really like eating a hot dog without a bun. So I would probably do some kind of a limitation on that and eat that very rarely. But other places that I ask for modifications, and I try to go to the ones that will modify. Not a fast food place, but Red Robin's really good because you can, instead of, they always say Red Robin, yum, and you can get a side dish, and most people get the French fries because it's unlimited, all you can eat French fries. So you can also get broccoli, which I don't eat, or salad. So I'll get the all you can eat salad and a burger, no fries, no nothing like that, and iced tea, and it's really not that bad. And a lettuce wrap the burger. Now, some places you'll ask for a modification and they will not modify. Sometimes they cannot modify. Some places will charge you extra for a modification that is actually cheaper for them to do. One place, I can't remember where it was, but they'll lettuce wrap your burger for you. Some people call it protein style or something like that. But what they'll do is they charge you $1 extra. You're not going to eat the bun. So I said, well, can I have just give me the bun and with extra lettuce? I said, can I get a burger with extra lettuce? Oh, okay. And they gave me a burger with extra lettuce, didn't charge me the extra $1. I wrapped it in my own lettuce, took the bun home, and I gave it to my dog in pieces. She can't have too much. That's not good for them either. A bunch of bread. And don't ever feed bread to the ducks. Ducks and those guys. No, it's bad. There's a list of what you can feed ducks and what you can't feed ducks. Don't feed. They can like you take grapes and cut up in little pieces. They can eat bird food. They can eat, I think, they can eat canned peas, or whatever, beans. They can't eat the bread. It's bad for their stomach. And then it also pollutes the water. So don't give the ducks bread. But lettuce wrap, protein style, that's good. And if I have now here's another value thing. Now, if you get a combo meal, for me, if I got a combo meal at most of the places, it's going to be French fries. So I can't have that. So if I have someone I can give them to, I'll give them the French fries and try to get the burger. Now, some places cannot lettuce wrap. And you have to get it like open faced or whatever. No, well, I did. I would take the bun home and give it to the dog or whatever. But if you get it open faced, then you're not having any of that bread and all that stuff. So it's just kind of not much to a lot of these. So some of the places like Chili's, we went to Chili's, we asked for lettuce wrap. Well, they have shredded lettuce, so they can't lettuce wrap it. So I got it open faced, and it was really tiny. It was like 2 McDonald's hamburger patties, which at McDonald's, the small hamburger patty, are 10 to 1 before cooking. That means there's 10 of those little patties equals 1 pound before you cook it. So after you cook it, it's even less. Maybe 11 to 1, I don't know. So it's less. But yeah, you can't lettuce wrap there. So the things I would try to do is I would try to lettuce wrap or eat things without the bread. I would eat salad, no croutons, instead of the fries. A lot of places will charge you extra. They do charge extra. They'll say, okay, yeah, you can get a small, you can get the side salad, but it's going to be an extra $1, or you can add it for $2, or you can add it for $2.99. And they can't even substitute it, so the fries you just have to do whatever, take them home, whatever. But a lot of places, people get angry with the worker. It's not their fault. It's not their. Sometimes they cannot modify it because there's no way to do it. Other times they are told they cannot. They have a boss. We all have a boss. Everybody has a boss, and they understand that until they go to like a restaurant, then they no longer understand it. Well, what do you mean you want to do that for me? Come on, I am on a diet. I was in the hospital, or I was in the military. I served my country. You serve your country, so we should give you side salad instead of a baked potato. So a lot of times it's not that they don't want to, a lot of times they can't. Either they're not allowed to, or there's no way to physically do it. So that's how I modify. That's what I do. It's salads versus fries. So let's go from the front. First thing's gonna be when I sit down to take my order. I look at, am I gonna have an appetizer? Probably not. There's very few appetizers I can have that's not breaded. or anything like that. Sometimes they do have the ones where you get carrots and celery. You can dip it. Those are places that have a bar. It's happy hour treats. I will maybe have a little of that. Then I go to the main course. I look it over. You have to really, I'm sorry, again, I said you, a person, me, would have to really read the menu, just like labels. So the menu is basically like reading labels. So I said, okay, I think I'm gonna get the steak dinner. And okay, the steak dinner comes, do you want chives, butter, and all on your baked potato? Oh, I don't really want a baked potato. Can I get something else? Well, it comes with salad. You can't get a salad, but I said, well, can I get something instead of the baked potato? Sometimes I'll get extra salad. They'll do that. At restaurants in the morning, when you go to breakfast, that's another tough one. Another tough one is almost everything will either come with toast, pancakes, and hash browns. What are you going to do? So I will usually order a la carte. It sounds really weird. Yeah, it's expensive. I'll get like 2 eggs and maybe a slice of ham, 2 eggs, a sausage patty, and then maybe get a glass of milk and water or something like that. Occasionally, I want to have toast. I'll get sourdough or whole wheat toast occasionally, but usually not. Usually I have to try to find some way to modify it. I'm doing less modifications now because I'm doing a little better in my health. Remember what I told you before when I first started this channel is I look at the numbers that are most important, which those are my labs and how I'm feeling, not my weight. I don't step on the scale and say, wow, I lost 5 pounds. Oh, now I can go eat whatever. No, it doesn't work that way for me. It's not weight. It's my health. So breakfast time, modifications, eliminating carbs. And a lot of people out there that want to do modification, they ask me about modifying. They say, can you please tell us how to modify? I can't. First of all, it's none of my business what you eat. You eat whatever you want, or whatever you should eat, or whatever you feel that you're going to eat. But also, how can I modify a diet for you or a plan for you when I don't know what you want to eliminate? If you want to eliminate fats, or do you want to eliminate sweets? Sweets, I drink coffee with a little bit of half and half. No sugar. I used to drink sugar. Have sugar. Why? I don't know. I didn't need it. Coffee doesn't have to be a sweet drink. It's a drink that I like to drink to stay awake. It's good on a cold day, and I don't need the sugar. I learned on my own I don't need the sugar. So if you're trying to eliminate sugar, it's different than what I try to do. If you're trying to eliminate fat, it's different. If it's cholesterol, it's different. So, but for me, I did have the problems with high blood pressure. That's going to be a lot of fats cause blood pressure to go up. Cholesterol, same thing. It's going to be fat. A lot of pork, that kind of stuff. A lot of fried foods, and my blood sugar, which was carbs. So right now I mostly focus on carbs. I don't even focus on calories. Now a lot of people are going to have to focus on calories. I try not to eat too many calories. Of course, I don't want to get really fat, but your problem might be just fat. You're a fat person. You're a heavy person. You're a plus size person. You're a fluffy person, whatever you want to call yourself. I was fat. I am fat. So you may just need to eliminate some of your carbs. some of your calories. But with me checking my numbers, my blood sugar, my blood pressure, my cholesterol levels, they check everything for your urine levels. Is this in your blood? Is that in your blood? And it's pretty intense. My lab work is about that thick of page, 8.5 by 11 pages, and then she'll circle what's good, what's bad, and what's up, and what's down, and it'll show you each number. Like this number should be, they have a greater than or the less than symbol. I can't remember what they call this. This number here should be less than this. This number should be greater than this, and then they actually show what mine was. So that's what I look at. So for me, it's carbs mostly. I modify to try to lower the carbs and try to eat healthy. Everyone have a great day. It is Labor Day. Take care. This will be sent over to my manager now. We'll see how long it takes to get it out. I'm going to send it over private, and he's going to do the SEO and create a thumbnail for this, and we'll have it out. Have a great day. If you have any questions, a lot of people are starting to ask me questions again. Maybe I'll make a little video that says, give me your Q&A, your questions for a Q&A, and you can actually just type them in, and then I'll go ahead and I'll do the longer video. Have a great day.